Welcome back to the channel. We are here with Choose Your Legends summoning session. Our goal is very simple. We're probably going to do 2 sparks. I'm thinking that's what we're going to hit. Our goal is to try to get 1 of each unit and possibly a second Eirika, because I kind of want Swift Surge for some other units. I wanted to put it originally on Legendary Olm and possibly Legendary Crom, but it's not inheritable to bows. So unfortunately that's not going to be possible. So I have to see who I'm going to put it on. I kind of want to put on Brave Roy, which most people would probably consider like heresy, but I love Brave Roy. So let's jump right in and we can start discussing some other stuff. We got all our tickets already, and I think we're all ready to go. So let's jump in, see if we can get some luck going. We're going to be doing full circles to begin with. We might start skipping reds at some point. Possibly greens too. I'm not sure. Let's see. Come on. What can we start with? Wrath. Okay. Blue. So for the units, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Marth, to be honest. I'm probably just going to use him as like a Ring Assault unit. I don't think... Oh, Tatiana. Nice. Some great fodder there. Swift Stance 2. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Marth. I don't have any particular plans for him. When it comes to Gatekeeper, I think I am going to make him Brave Hector's buddy on Ether Raids during Light Season. I think that's what I'm going to do. He can keep around the same stats that Corrin can give. Corrin does give more stats overall. But in Astra Season, most of the Mythic buffs are attack for me because of Altina and Regan. And in Light Season, they're res, so I don't think it's going to be too far off because Gatekeeper will give that 5 attack and speed. So I think it'll be okay. I'm going to have to try that out. So that's the plan for Gatekeeper. And then when it comes to Marianne, I think I want to put her on a Gale Force team, but I don't want to put her on Beast Force. So I'm kind of conflicted because I like just playing Beast Force more than most typical Gale Force comps. But I think Marianne just doesn't fit there, right? Because you don't have that much space on a Beast Force comp usually. You'll have maybe 3 spots at the most. And you usually need them to be Beast so that the transformations can happen. So I might make a different Gale Force comp for when Beast Force can't happen. Maybe due to like bonus units not lining up well or something like that. And I can put Marianne on that team. Because the way I see Marianne essentially is she is like a dancer who can trigger Gale Force and then dance afterwards. So you may have seen that before, where it's like a Zura with Hot Spring Ryoma's Lance, where it has the -2 special cooldown, and then she kind of goes in there and she jumps in and Gale Forces, and then she dances a different Gale Force, and they keep going, right? Marianne's kind of like that. She'll Wings of Mercy in, she nukes somebody, but then she also dances one of your other Gale Forces, so they can continue the Gale Force streak. I think that's exceptionally strong, right? And the thing is, right, some people are saying that like her special's a little bit weak, and I kind of agree to an extent. I think they could have either reduced the cooldown to 2, removed the gravity penalty, or even added some kind of damage to it, like a Glimmer effect or Moonbow or something like that. I think that would have been fine. They have like ridiculous specials now, like even Marth's special on this banner is pretty ridiculous, but then you have like Legendary Sigurd special, which is stupid. So I think they could have given her a little bit more. But even so, without that, the thing you have to remember, right, is that when it comes to Gale Forcing, a lot of the things you'll be focusing down are going to be squishy units. They're going to be dancers like Mirabilis and Triandra. They're Duopini even. So you're not going to have a problem finding a target to hit. She's going to be able to kill something on that team. And as long as she kills something and activates her special, you're good. You don't need her to be like blowing up the tanks, essentially. Though she might be able to. She definitely has a good offensive line. So far we've gotten nothing. But it's still early on, so hopefully we can grab something here. Yeah, I think Marianne's going to be pretty awesome. I'm definitely most excited for her. So when it comes to priority, my priority is Brave Marianne, #1. And then Gatekeeper and Eirika are kind of even, I'd say. And then Marth is last. So if we get to the Spark and we haven't pulled Marianne yet, we're going to Spark Marianne 100%. If we get to the second Spark, it's going to be rough. Hopefully that I've picked Eirika, or I picked up Eirika or Gatekeeper by then, and then I don't have to make such a difficult choice. It's the wrong Eirika. But if it comes down to it, I'm not sure who I'm gonna pick. I think Gatekeeper, but I feel like Gatekeeper should be easier to pull because he's green. The odds are kind of more in my favor to get him. Hopefully I can get something here. Come on, game. Give me some luck. Nope, that's a Leon. So for when it comes to Marianne's build, I think most likely she'll be running Wings of Mercy in her P slot. And then either she'll have to run Flashing Blade on her Seal, or I'm going to need Infantry Pulse on the team. So that's what I'm saying. I might need to do a different Gale Force team entirely. Because Gale Force for Beasts typically are flying units for me, or like, I guess armor in the case of Fallen Edelgard. Valoria's infantry, so that's pretty cool. Actually, I could use Valoria. Huh. Valoria could like have her special up pretty much instantly then. It's interesting. Maybe I could still fit some Beast into it after all. Either way, I'm gonna make some kind of probably another Gale Force team, but they're on light season. I do want to like diversify my strategies a bit there. I also want a hit and run team, and I'm thinking that Eirika might be on that hit and run team because I think she actually can do pretty well. She can pretty much destroy a unit no matter what it is. She can do Gale Force if you want her to. She is missing out on some of her power by doing Gale Force, from like missing out on the Swift Surge healing and the defense shred in her preference skill. So you can do it, but I don't know if it's like really her optimal build. But I'm thinking like her with like maybe Legendary Sigurd, and then Legendary Sigurd can get in there and snipe somebody, and then give movement, and then Eirika can get in there and snipe somebody, and then she can canto around if she needs to. Something like that maybe. If not that, then we'll jump on some ranged units maybe. I've been waiting for a water season, which I think we have now, to try out Legendary Leaf with hit and run, because he was already an amazing hit and run unit before the change, and so now I think he's going to be ridiculously strong now. Especially if you have like an invested one, which I don't. I think mine's +2. He's like plus res or something. I don't have like anything other than his base kit at the moment. But I could invest into him if he proves to be really good. Come on, give me Marianne. Let's look out. But yeah, I think Eirika's just, I don't know what I'm going to do with her. She seems just ridiculously good. So she can run, that's a lot of blues. She can run in a lot of different teams. Our GHB unit is going to be Peleus. And I'm very excited because it's Peleus, but oh yes, let's go. Okay, that makes my choice so much easier. Now I can pick up the Gatekeeper on my second spark and I don't have to feel bad about it. I do want more than one Eirika though. Ooh, plus attack. That's such a great IV. That might be her best IV actually. So she has a super boon in speed and attack. And she has a lot of speed because you're going to want to proc this attack speed to Menace. And then she also has speed with Surge Sparrow, and she also has speed built into her weapon. So she's pretty insanely fast already. Man, I love her art. I think her art just looks amazing. I think some people I've heard were not very happy that she's dressed up as Ephraim. But I love the outfit. I think it just looks so good on her. Like, oh my gosh, she looks so good. The ponytail looks amazing. The clothes look amazing. I do feel like the Ephraim dev kind of pulled one over on us, though. He's like, oh, well, Brave Ephraim's kind of old, so we're going to make Brave Ephraim too. But she's, it's Eirika now. Which is pretty funny. I don't really mind, to be honest. Man, she's so insanely good. Oh, going back to Peleus, before I forget. Peleus is great because he's Peleus, but his weapon is like, okay. He like gives some attack and then he, you know, does some penalties, so it's not bad. And he does have an Oath skill on his C slot. It is 5-star locked, which is kind of iffy, but it's not that bad. I mean, I think Oath skills are pretty good on certain units. Go to Oscar. So and he has a good stat line. He's kind of defensive weak, but he does have a solid speed stat and a solid attack stat, and he has a super boon in attack. So I'll probably build him. I'm not sure what I'm going to use him in, if I use him at all. He might just be like an AA unit or just something I use for fun. But you know, it's pretty cool just to get Peleus. And you know, one more Radiant Dawn unit in the game means that there's more room to get Boyd on a banner. Boyd and Volk and all the other Radiant Dawn units were still missing because they don't give them to us. We never get Radiant Dawn banners. We always get like a Radiant Dawn seasonal, which drives me insane. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Pirate and Isala like a lot, but I would really, really like a Radiant Dawn banner. Okay, so we're 25 in to our Spark, and we've gotten 1 of the 4 units so far. Not doing bad, pretty good. Also, we did get the data mine, and the data mine had some good information in it. We got to see all the units that come out of the Gatekeeper's attack animation, and there's a lot in there. There's like normal Sylvain, Rhea, Alois, I can't spell his name. I can never say his name correct. Cyril, the guy from the DLC, I can't remember his name. The teacher for the underground. There's a lot of units in there, so it makes me think that we're going to get a 3 Houses banner pretty soon, and we'll probably get more than 1. My thing I'm afraid of is that I did not see Felix, and if we don't get Felix by the end of this year, I'm going to have... Oh, it's Gatry. How do I feel about getting Gatry? I already have Gatry, so like for collection, he doesn't do anything. Plus, Rez is a pretty good IV, though. He does have Crafty Fighters, so that's actually might be good fodder. Okay, so Gatry is pretty interesting. We didn't really have Pity, so it's not a big deal. And Crafty Fighter can definitely be used on some units. I might actually use that on Hector. Not Brave Hector, Legendary Hector. Speaking of Legendary Hector, I did get to use some of my Dragonflowers earlier and max out some more units. I maxed out Brave Hector, Legendary Hector, Fallen Elogard. Of course, I hit Fallen Ike. After the summoning session, I should have enough flowers to hit Brave Ike. I flowered Brave Roy, Altina. So quite a few units I've hit so far. I've been saving flowers for about the past month, I'd say, to try to make sure that I could hit at least a few units to max. Obviously, I have way too many infantry units that need to get flowers, so that's going to be a pain in the butt, and it's going to take a long time to hit everybody. I think the next person I hit after Brave Ike is either going to be like Legendary Dimitri or Crom, maybe Alm. I'm not sure. There's so many options, it's ridiculous. I really wish that they would have changed the flowers by now. Like, I feel like they should either just give us way more flowers, like triple the amount of flowers even, or they should reduce the cost. Like, I mean, I guess if you reduce the cost, then everybody who's already done it is gonna be mad, because I would be mad for sure. I don't know what they could do then, like do a refund? That seems kind of more of a pain in the butt than it's worth. I think they just need to increase the amount of flowers we're getting, especially in the higher tiers of like AR and like pretty much just AR, I guess. Resonant Battles isn't like really challenging, so I don't see... I mean, I'll take more flowers if they put more flowers there. Same with Mjolnir Strikes. I don't think that they'll... It's like a challenging mode, but I'll take whatever they give. I need as many infantry flowers as possible. There's Ray. Go away, Ray. You shouldn't be in the summoning pool anymore. Also, I think that they should let us plant more flowers in the Ether Resort. Like, they should let us just put all reds if we want. Let me put like... How many reds is that? Like 6 reds or something? Please? I guess I'd run out of points, but I don't care. I need as many infantry flowers as possible. So many units I need to max out. Okay, so this should be the last circle we get before our Spark. Got a chance at Gatekeeper and Marianne here. Really hoping I could pick up one of them here. Either way, we're going to pick Marianne for our Spark. There's another Morgan. I have so many Morgans. I don't hate Morgan or anything, but I don't really care for her. Like, she's fine. She's cool, I guess, but like as a unit, she's not like anything special. And I think I have her at like +5 within like manuals I just don't use, which is... I guess that's fine, right? Or it's free 5-star. Yeah, got Morgan up there now. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can pick up a Gatekeeper. That would be amazing. When it comes to Gatekeeper, I'm pretty interested to see how he is used, because obviously he's very much a support unit, but I feel like if you try to use him as a tank in any way, I feel like he's going to struggle to get kills, because he doesn't have any type of guaranteed follow-up or anything like that, so he's pretty much relying on quick riposte, which is, it works. I mean, I use it on Fallen Leon, and I feel like he's actually very similar to Fallen Leon, like good defense or as an attack, but very bad at speed. I feel like he's just gonna struggle to kill sometimes. So I don't plan on really using him to ever kill anything, to be honest. It's pretty much just gonna be like a different version of Corrin for me. But we'll see. I'm also interested to really see how he's used on defense, because on offense I think it's pretty obvious how you use him, but for defense, like, you have to figure out where to put him at, right? Because you can put him in the front line and stop a lot of shenanigans, but he's also kind of vulnerable. So I guess if you could protect him with like a far save or a near save unit, he does have close counter, but even then I wouldn't really want to rely on him to take hits from like some of the powerful engagement units there are now. So okay, so here's our Spark. We are 100% going with Marianne here. Marianne, she looks so gorgeous. I've seen people complaining about her art all over Reddit, all over Twitter, all over YouTube. I can't believe it, because I think her art looks phenomenal. She looks so like gorgeous. Like, oh my gosh. I don't know how anyone doesn't like this art. Like, look at this. People complain, I guess, like they think she's two-toned maybe. But to me, like, man, she's looking good. She's looking real good. Look at that, like the beast coming out of her tome. Oh my gosh. And look at her hair. Her long hair in the damaged art. She looks so, oh my gosh. You people are crazy. Anyone who doesn't like her art, I don't understand. Because she just looks so good to me. Okay, so there's Spark number 1. We're going to probably go for one more Spark. I don't think we'll go for 2 more Sparks. I don't think we even have enough orbs to go for 2 more Sparks. I think it takes 200 orbs around doing full circles. Yeah, so we're going to keep going full circle because I wouldn't mind getting a second Eirika because she's extremely good fodder. I might just merge her because I have a problem. And then Marianne, I wouldn't mind a second one as well. I don't think I really want 2 Marths. I don't really see... I mean, he does have good fodder. Like, he has Spurn and distant... What is it called? Improved distant counter. Speed distant counter. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what its name is. But I don't actually think it's that great. I don't actually like it because it has recoil damage built into it. And I don't like taking recoil damage, like, pretty much ever. Unless you're an offensive unit. If you're an offensive unit, take all the recoil damage possible, right? Create those Wings of Mercy plays. But when you're a tank, like even the dual phase tank like I do not like recoil damage. And I think he's okay with it because he has the healing in his weapon. But even then, I wouldn't want to use it really on anyone else. Unless they have healing. Okay, there's other Morgan. And then he has Spurn, which is very, very good, obviously. But I don't think I'd sack him for Spurn, to be honest. So I don't really want more than one Marth. And with Gatekeeper, he has improved close counter. I don't know where I'd put that at. I don't know if I'd sack a Gatekeeper for improved close counter even, to be honest. And Joint Drive defense, I definitely wouldn't sack him for. So I don't think I really need 2 of those. Unless I get like a really bad IV, then I might want to. But I don't think so. Mostly want 2 of the women. Keep going. A lot of blues. I am very much looking forward to the refines. I kind of wish they would have announced them. I know that it's like way too early to announce them, but man, Oh, okay, we're just getting Morgans today. What? Why is Morgan here? He heard me talking crap. Oh, he's neutral. Okay. Does he has like some good fodder, doesn't he? Attack Relic Soul Force, not bad. And right, maybe you might be going to the grinder. Okay, so he's not only good fodder though. The more important thing is he's infantry flowers. And as I was saying earlier, I need a lot of infantry flowers, so I would be happy to take that. You know what I'm surprised they haven't done? I really expected when they introduced a new gen of units that they would increase the amount of Dragonflowers you got for those new units, like they did originally. Like if you remember back in the day when Dragonflowers were introduced, Gen 1 are worth like nothing, Gen 2 are a little bit more, and then Gen 3 units were the ones that had like the 40 Dragonflowers attached to them. So I kind of expected like, it, you know, when not tier 4, when 4th generation units came out, I expected to give them like, I don't know, give 50 or 60. And it just never happened. I think that would be a good way to monetize Dragonflowers. Not that they need more money, but they are a business, so like, you know, they have to think of ways to make more money. And why not bait whales like me? Benny. Oh, I forgot he even came out. I was so confused. Oh, cool. That's awesome. New unit. I think plus speed's a horrible IV though. I'm pretty sure he's pretty slow, but that's awesome. Cool. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I think that would be a good way to incentivize more whales to summon. Just like, hey, you know, now you're getting 80 Dragonflowers off these summons. I would be much more tempted to summon for infantry I don't need, just for Dragonflowers. Or to spark even, more often. Okay, so this circle's pretty good. We can possibly pick up a Marth. Hoping we can get at least one Marth. Even though I don't really know what I'm going to use him for, I would like to get one. So I have a copy of every CYL unit up to this point, so I kind of want to keep that going. I also have a record of plus 10ing the male lead unit on CYL. So I have a plus 10 Brave Ike, I have a plus 10 Brave Hector, I have a plus 10 Brave Alm. Both the Hector and Alm were... Hey! There we go! All I do is talk about it. Even though Marth's not first place, he's second place. Okay, I'm gonna finish my thought first before I click this. I did not plan to plus 10 Brave Hector or Alm, it just happened. And then I have a plus 5 Brave Dimitri, which I don't think I'm gonna ever plus 10 until his refined, because I don't think he's okay. He's not the best. Plus attack minus speed. It's a good IV, but a bad IV at the same time. He really needs that speed because of Spurn. That's it. Distant pressure. That's what it's called. I do not like this at all. I think this is very dirty by IS, making distant counter, like distant pressure literally upgrade from distant counter. And the reason why I think that is because it makes it so you can't get Spurn and distant pressure without sacking another distant counter. So that sucks. I think that's stupid, to be honest. Like, I don't like that at all. It just makes it more difficult to fodder units. Okay, let's keep going. That was good luck. I think we'll do the reds here, but I think we might start skipping some reds. Maybe not, though. One more... It's a bad idea. I wouldn't mind a merge. Here I am being my whale self, thinking like, oh, I could use one more. I don't know. Do I want to keep doing full circles? You get more orb efficiency that way, but you also don't get... Sniping colors usually is going to help you get what you want. So all we need now is Gatekeeper. And I can just spark him. And then I'm done. That actually sounds really nice. I think I'm just going to do that. Get to the next spark, get Gatekeeper, and stop. If we get him beforehand, awesome. I'll pick up probably another Eirika, to be honest, because I think her fodder is the best. I really like that Swift Surge, even if it can't be used on ranged units. I think it's really awesome. Marianne does have Times Pulse, though. Times Pulse is super good. But we're definitely going to go to the Spark at least, but then we'll stop probably. I don't want to keep going, just for the sake of going. Get what I can and get out of here. See if we get more Morgans showing up. If we get female Morgan, fallen female Morgan, I won't complain because she has Dive Bomb. And I don't want to sack any Pirate Tiburns. I want to merge him up. I originally did summon a Pirate Tiburn for fodder to give to Alencia. So I could do a Swift Sparrow 3 Dive Bomb with the Speed Defense Rhine. And then just have her like blow stuff up. But then I was like, oh man, I don't want to sack a Pirate Tiburn now. It's so difficult to summon him. So I would much rather sacrifice a female Morgan who's in the permanent pool instead. Now that I think about it though, I could put Swift Surge on Alencia, and that healing would keep her in dive bomb range if somehow she didn't kill, right? Oh, wait. Is there any way she doesn't kill with Dive Bomb? Like, she should kill. That's 4 attacks in a row. Like, you're definitely getting, like, a Luna off or something in there. Unless you're going for Gale Force. You should definitely be able to get it killed. Oh, let's go! Yes! Another Eirika. Okay. Oh, man. What do I... Oh, man. Plus speed. Oh, my gosh. Eirika, you are amazing. I love you. You are awesome. That's such a good pull. Okay. That's a Sylvia. Keep going. Oh, okay. Here's some information that you may not know. I don't think I've ever talked about this. But originally, Sacred Stones was my favorite Fire Emblem by far. Like, it was my favorite Fire Emblem for a very long time. Even after playing Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, Sacred Stones was still my favorite for a while. It wasn't until really that I replayed Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn for the second time. I think I've been Radiant Dawn 5 times and Path of Radiance 3 times, I think that's correct. It wasn't until then that the Telly's games began to become my favorite. I always loved Ike, though. Ike was always one of my favorite characters, but I would say before my favorite characters were Joshua, Jafar, and Ross were actually my favorite characters. And then after the second playthrough, Ike kind of like surpassed them. And I think that was because I was just older. When I was a kid, when I originally played Path of Radiance, I think I was 13. I think I was 13. Maybe I was 14. I don't know. Somewhere around there. And so Ike was cool, but he didn't have like the... I don't know. Like, something about him didn't like draw me to him as much as like Joshua or Jafar. Jafar was really edgy, and when I was 13, that that's like the coolest thing to me. Like super edgy, awesome, cool assassin. And I still obviously like that a lot. But back then it was like the best thing ever. And Joshua was like really like slick and cool, and then Ross was like a kid. So I was like young when I played Sacred Stones for the first time, and seeing a kid like really like come out there and just destroy the battlefield like made me like him a lot. But eventually, yeah, I think on the second playthrough like of Path of Radiance, I noticed a lot more things about Ike's character and his character development, and it just made me like Ike so much more. He became much more than just a unit I liked, but a character I liked. And he took first place pretty much after that point. But Ross and Joshua and Jafar have always stayed up there. Leon too. Leon was also... My favorite characters in Fire Emblem were Leon, Ross, Joshua, and Jafar pretty much. I thought they were all really awesome characters and really fun to play. And in Sacred Stones, if you beat the monster dungeon afterwards, after post-game, you could actually recruit Leon. And that... Oh gosh, it's Hellbindi. I have so many Hellbindis. I get so many free Hellbindis, which is a good thing, I guess, right? I have G-Dual Infantry 3, like, out the wazoo. And I guess he's actually probably due for a refine not too far. I'm not sure what he could get, though, because he has, like... He pretty much just gets buffs, which aren't even very good. So I'm not sure what they're going to do with him. Sorry, Hellbindi, don't get mad. But maybe they'll give him something good, and I can actually use him. Hellbindi's actually pretty cool, though. I actually enjoy Hellbindi. Not so much as a unit, obviously, but as a character, I actually liked him a lot. The funny thing was that I hated Book 2 overall. Like, the story of Book 2 I did not enjoy. I thought that Surtur was just a boring villain. And there were some emotional moments, though, like when Gunthra died. I don't think that can be spoilers. I think everybody's played Book 2, hopefully. Oh, gosh. But I feel like the characters in Book 2 are really good. I really enjoyed Hellbindi. I really enjoyed Levitane and Leguarn. I love them. They're amazing. Did not like some of the other characters, but them definitely. Fjorm's cool. She's not my favorite by any means, though. I think my favorite is probably Leguarn. Yeah, probably Leguarn, I'd say is my favorite from Book 2. I enjoyed Book 3. I felt that story was a little bit more interesting, even though it wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed it definitely more. For sure. So maybe Hellbindi will get a nice refine. Unfortunately, I have killed quite a few Hellbindis. I've killed Summer Hellbindy for red dual refine. I've killed normal Hellbindies for green dual. Not refine. Green dual. Another Morgan. Really? Morgan's just showing up. Almost to that second spark. Gonna pick up me a Gatekeeper. Can we get a Marth here? Nope. Okay. We need Marianne. So we're closing in on 200 subs, and I'm very excited for that. And I want to do something for it, like maybe a little fun video. Last time I did a barracks tour for 100 subs, and so I'm not sure what I could do here. Maybe I could do a Fire Emblem Games tier list. I don't know if people are interested in that. Or I could do some kind of showcase of maybe some of my favorite units. I'm not really sure, but if you have an idea of what you want me to do, a video you want me to make, drop it down as a comment, and then if it gets enough likes or if I just like the idea of it, I'll probably do it. Be a fun way to celebrate 200 subs. Hit another Eirika. Oh, it's Donald. I love Donald too. Donald's one of my favorite Awakening characters. I used him for an AR tank for the longest time. Okay, so this is gonna be the last circle. Got 2 reds. Let's see if we can grab a Marth or a Gatekeeper. Marth or a Gatekeeper would be amazing here. No Marth there. Urk. Do like Urk. Urk's great. He's one of the first mages I really used. I used Urk for a long time, and then Pet showed up, and I was very bad when I first played my first Fire Emblem. I didn't understand about like the pre-promoted units, right? How they have bad, like typically they have bad growth rates and they have bad experience gain. And so I was just like, I'm using all of them. So I used like Hawkeye, I used Pent, I used Shafar, I just used all that. And so I struggled really like a lot on the last map. Like I had a difficult time. That map was extremely difficult. Let's go! We got another Marianne. Oh, okay. Now what do I do? Do I merge? Or do I fodder? Plus defense, minus attack. Not a very good IV. Plus defense actually might not be a bad IV. It could help with her bulk. But she does have damage reduction. I don't know. I have to think about it. It's difficult. I can't... Times Pulse is so good. I think attack speed unity is like pretty solid too. And it comes from attack speed bond, which is pretty easy to pick up. So I could get like Times Pulse and attack speed unity on a unit. That's pretty good. It's not really good IV. Let's get rid of attack. Okay. And then let's do the last 2 summons. Can we pull a Gatekeeper here? If we pull a Gatekeeper here, this would be amazing. This summoning session's already gone phenomenal. Like, this went so much better than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be another like painful summoning session where I just get pity broken the entire time, but it's actually gone really well, and I'm, you know, nothing to complain about. I'm super happy. Can we get Gatekeeper? Nope, it's gonna be Arthur. He needs a Resplendent. I don't want him to get Resplendent because I don't really like Arthur as a character, but sorry if you're a big Arthur fan. But he needs a Resplendent. I do not think his art's very good. Okay, so here's our Spark. We're picking up Gatekeeper 100%. Here he comes. Oh, the accessories we got. I love the accessories. We got a cat hat. Like, how awesome is that? We got I don't know who I'm going to put the cat hat on yet, but it's going to be hilarious, whoever I put it on. I'm going to put it on someone who's angry, like Ashnard or something. There's a Celestial Stone. Neutral IVs. AR core. His art. His horn is so great. I kind of wish it was a cowbell. That'd be even funnier. Okay, so we have 153 orbs. It's not enough for a Spark. I might come back later and do another summoning session if like a future banner doesn't excite me, because we do have 20 days, so that's like essentially 3 weeks to make the choice. And Marth and Eirika are there, which are both great fodder, so I wouldn't mind doing that. But overall, I think this was just an amazing summoning session. I'm so glad that it went well. I'd love to hear how your summoning session went. Also, just what units you're excited for, right? I'd love to hear how you're going to use these CYL units, what kind of crazy builds you're going to put on them, or if you're just going to use their standard build, because they're the builds they come with are very, very good. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't blame you if you just use those. But please drop a comment down below. Tell me what you're going to do with your CYL free summon and how your summons went. And also, if you enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe. Let us get a little bit closer to that 200 subs. We'll be back tomorrow with more Ether raids, and we'll continue on. Hopefully, we're going to get Gatekeeper on there on day 1, and we're going to see what he can really do. Okay, everybody. See ya.